What is up everybody? As always, I hope you're having a fantastic day. I'm someone that really enjoys to try a lot of different products, and I'm especially someone that loves products that are well designed. And today we're talking about 10 premium products that I think are truly worth it. Now, all these products have beautiful design and they're all products that I've used for some time, so I can guarantee that I think they are worth their price point. I split this video into three main categories. So we have desk setup and home tech, and finally we have three miscellaneous pieces of tech that I think you'll get a lot of usage out of. To start off with the desk setup category, we have a set of speakers that I picked up a few months ago by Kanto, and I've really been loving them. They offer a very good sound quality, especially at their price point. These aren't really in the high-end or very premium speakers. However, they still offer very good sound, and especially I think they are very good set of looking speakers. I have to say, that's the main reason why I picked them in the first place, but I was also really enjoying the sound quality. Now, these are Bluetooth speakers, but you can also connect them directly via a cable if that's something you want to do to get higher quality, of course. However, for my personal setup, the Bluetooth was the way to go, just because I like to connect a few different items such as my phone, my iPad, or my laptop at any given time. And the Bluetooth connection is super easy to set up, just like you would expect. You do also have to connect the two speakers together via a cable that are provided directly in the box. You just have to kind of screw them together and then they'll work right away. And that brings me to their one and only default. I think it's that they aren't the cleanest sounding speakers. I do have to say they have a bit more bass than you might expect. However, if you're someone that enjoys bassy speakers, that's perfect for you. And if you're going to be using them in your living room, I'd recommend you get a subwoofer so you can get even more bass. And not just so that you have bassy sound, but just so you get more of the feeling of whatever you're watching. I think it adds a lot to the experience. However, in my case, they sound pretty good for everything that I do. I use them mostly for working, whether that is editing videos, listening to podcasts, or just listening to music whenever I'm working, and I think they sound very good. Up next is one of my favorite pieces of tech that I bought in the last year, and it is the Lofree Flow. This thing is a low-profile mechanical keyboard, and it truly is a beast of a keyboard. While it is not cheap, you do get a lot of keyboard for the price. It is a gasket-mounted keyboard, and you have tons of layers that they engineered in there to make it sound very good. Now, once again, it is a very aesthetic piece of tech, and it does have a few cool features as well that you might not expect, such as side lighting, which I've never seen done in that way. However, of course, the star of the show is just the typing experience and the sound it produces. Now, if you want to see a more detailed review of this keyboard, go check out this video that I made exactly on that. And now for our next item, it is the MX Master 3. This is a mouse I just cannot stop talking about. It is just so great. There are a few things I like to look for whenever I'm buying a new piece of tech. And when it came to the mouse, I was looking for good ergonomics, good customizability, and of course aesthetics were cool, but it wasn't a must. This mouse fits all three of those categories very, very well. It is one of the most comfortable mouses that I've ever tried. It is very ergonomic. I do have to say, if you're used to a smaller mouse, such as maybe the Magical Mouse by Apple, it might take a bit of time to get used to this chunkier mouse, but once you do, you'll see that it's very comfortable. And especially if you're someone that uses your computer all day, like me, it will help as well with your wrists. Now, in terms of cool feature, it does have a thumb wheel, which is very useful if you're someone that uses programs where you have large documents, such as maybe Figma, which is an app to do bullet design apps, for example, or even if you're like a video editor, because it allows you to scroll through timelines. You can also map it to do different things. For example, in Photoshop, I personally use it to change my brush sizes, which can be very useful, and I'm sure you'll be able to figure out a way to use it. And now our last item for the desk setup is a very innovative product. It is a webcam by the company called Opal. It's a very recent product. I was part of their kind of launch campaign, and I've been using this thing every day for meetings. It's the best webcam that is out there at the moment. It offers 4K video, and you might be thinking a lot of other webcams do. However, this one is DSLR quality, which means it is the same quality you would get out of a professional camera, such as the one I'm using right now to film this video. It actually offers better quality than the camera I'm using right now. However, that might change soon. I might be upgrading the camera soon. But back to the Opal C1. This thing is truly a beast. You do have a 4K video, you have great sound as well with the microphones. It is able to block surrounding noises so it doesn't get too distracting when you're in the middle of the meeting. And it offers a lot of customizability as well through their Opal Composer app. You can do things such as adjust colors, luminosity, for example, if you want your lighting to look a specific way, which means you can truly have like a branded video whenever you're having a meeting, which I think is a very cool feature. It's not something I've seen a lot. You can also add like filters if you want to have maybe your name on the screen or something like that. And their product design team did a very, very good job at designing this thing. It looks beautiful on top of your monitor. And even their packaging won awards. So I think it's definitely a product that's worth checking out, even though it is quite expensive at about $300. The one caveat with the Opal C1 is that it's a Mac only camera for at the moment. So if you're a Windows user, sadly you won't be able to use this camera. So of course, don't go ahead and purchase it. Now when it comes to home tech, I think having a good set of tools is very useful, especially if it will allow you to do more customizations around your home or even in your desk setup. And my two first items are tools by a company called HOTO Tools. If you haven't heard of them, they make beautifully designed tools. The first one is a 3.6 volt electric screwdriver, and this thing is super useful and very easy to use. The version I got comes in a little metallic case, which allows you to store a few bits as well as the screwdriver itself. And you do have a magnetic tip where you can put any bits you want. So if you already have a large kit of bits, you won't need to go and buy ones made by HOTO Tools. You can put whichever ones you have and they'll fit right in. Now, a few of the cool features are, for example, you have up to 3 different torque settings, and it also has a light for any kind of small things like assembling furniture, for example. This thing is perfect. And even if you're going to be screwing things into drywall, for example, this thing will do the job perfectly well. And when it comes to charging, you can charge it directly via USB-C, and the battery lasts a very long time. I personally charged it once, and I've done a few things, a few small projects, and I've never charged it again. Now, after all of your small projects, you might be getting a bit of dust everywhere, and the next tool comes in perfectly for that. It is the Air capsule by HOTO Tools. And this thing is very well thought out. So it is just an air capsule, which whenever you turn on, you get air that goes in and air that goes out. And then you have different attachments to do different things. So for example, you have a little vacuum attachment, which will allow you to suck in dust. So it's very easy to clean up small areas. I think this would be very useful, for example, for cleaning your car or cleaning small areas in your desk setup, for example. And on the other end, where air goes out, you can put different attachments to inflate different things, such as maybe your bike. I personally use it all the time to clean my office, especially the small corners that you don't always see. Now, just like the screwdriver, this is charged via USB-C, and the battery lasts a pretty long time as well. And now the last piece of tech for your home is something that I got as a gift from one of my siblings, and I use it pretty much every day when I'm at home, and it is the Sodastream Art. So basically, you put a bottle in it and then it will add CO2 to make sparkling water at any moment. I've been drinking a lot more water, especially since I've been on a weight loss journey. It helps to just drink more water instead of something like soft drinks. And having this thing around really helps me to do that because I can just make sparkling water whenever I need to. And I don't have to go buy it at the store. I truly use this all the time. I think it would make a perfect gift for anyone who's, maybe they don't drink enough water, or if someone enjoys to drink sparkling water, this is a perfect gift for them. And this specific one looks very, very good, I think. It has a bit of a retro style, which I really enjoy. I think it fits the space really well. It does come in a few colors, such as white and black. Of course, for me, the black version just fit the space better. And now when it comes to miscellaneous items, an item that I picked up a few months ago as well is the Orbit key organizer. I know this isn't really a tech item, however, it's something I really think deserves a spot in this video. I use it every single day and it's been a lifesaver. When I moved into this apartment about 6 months ago, it came with a bunch of keys. They're always dangling in my pockets and it really annoyed me, the sound that it made. And this is a very high quality solution for that. So basically you just put all your keys in it and then, well, you're ready to go and they won't be moving everywhere. They have a ton of different options. They always come up with new different limited editions. For example, they have a lot of Star Wars stuff if that's something you're into. However, I personally went with the all black leather version. I have to say my favorite one would be the saddle brown. I think it will look even better as time goes with as it patinas. However, I went with the all black version because it was for an all black EDC project. If you want to go check out that video, once again, I'll leave a link in the description below. Now, this thing not only allows you to not have noise from your keys dangling everywhere, but also allows you to organize your keys the way you want. So if there are keys that you use all the time, maybe keep them at the end. That would be a good idea. And you can add a lot of keys in there. You can also make it super slim if you only have like 2 or 3 keys. So it's very adjustable. And in there, I also have a multi-tool by the same company. And I use it quite often, especially for tightening up camera gear or whenever I'm opening letters and boxes. It has a few cool features. And now up next is an item that I use every single day in my backpack setup. It is the Stow Organiser by Native Union. This thing is just a small little tech pouch which you can put anything in it, and it is weather resistant, so you won't need to worry about your tech getting wet, for example, if it's raining outside. But the main reason why I use it is just because it's simple to have all my stuff organized in there. I can just grab it and go, and I know that I won't ever forget anything, such as my little cables, SD cards, or even extra batteries for my camera, for example. Now this would make the perfect gift for any of your friends that has a lot of small pieces of tech but isn't very organized. As the name suggests, it is an organizer, so it will help with that situation. You do also get a quick access pouch in the back, which is perfect for storing things like maybe a passport or even a small notebook. However, you won't be able to fit very large items in there. I personally use it for a notebook as well as an SD drive. And now the last and final item is a Kindle Paperwhite. This thing, I've been using it ever since I got it. I believe I got it on Christmas about 2 years ago. And ever since I started to carry it around, I've been reading a lot more, which is something cool. And I've always had a yearly goal of reading more, and ever since I got this item, well, now I actually read a lot more. There are a few reasons for that. The first one is that it takes so much less space in my backpack. It's very easy to just have it and pick it up whenever I need to. You also have a backlit screen, which means if it's dark, I can read. So for example, my girlfriend's trying to sleep and I'm trying to read, I don't have to turn on a light. I can just read directly on the Kindle. The books on there are also way cheaper. They're always at huge discounts, which makes sense. It's just a PDF file. So overall, I think this is a very good item if you're trying to read more. And they aren't cheap, however, I do think that you will pay back pretty quickly just because of the discount on books. And you often can find books on for $1 on there, so just be on the lookout for those, and I think you'll get a lot more reading done this year. If you want to see 10 items just for your desk setup, go check out this video that I made on this subject. I'll see you guys in the next one. Remember to like and subscribe, it really does help the channel. Have a nice day.